Yeah, I'm so excited to play this one. Serotonin Bears. Yes. It's so exciting. I feel eagerly awaiting this one, to be honest. And then after that, I'm eagerly awaiting Waverley Academy. But also I'm kind of excited to play White Wolf, but obviously not looking forward to Fox and Geese. But we're going to do it. With your support, I can do it.
Welcome to my latest case, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on Tutorial.
Senior. No,
Dear
not in this
Hannah,
game.
Here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other
Not in this
detectives
game.
about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's
Aren't
silly
they
attempts to
cute?
grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good. Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell. I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci. Only
Yeah, she's
the
100%
most
meant
famous
to be
police
Paris
detective
Hilton.
in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur
100%.
detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends. And you must be the other amateur
Is Nancy
detective
just
their
squatting
friend,
in the corner?
Natalie?
Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right. I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because, see, one day in 1903, this train, was found in a place called Blue Moon
That
Canyon,
eyebrow.
which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and two more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields. It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
What the?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand.
He's like, well, I'm off.
Brother.
It's okay.
They're all
Everybody
so
just stay
unimpressed.
calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
That scream.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Lori Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So
Okay.
you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of
No one
publicity stunt?
gives a
I
damn.
just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Minor
Nancy Drew.
celebrities
You
and
and
then
I have actually
Nancy
met,
and Frank and
sort
Joe
of.
Hardy.
I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch. You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You don't
You
remember
don't
me.
remember me, do you?
No.
Okay.
What else do you know about Jake
Oh,
Hurley?
I need to create my
Nancy,
next page of my notepad.
come here.
Alright, creeper.
Excuse me for a second.
Last train to Blue Moon Canyon. I like to put the titles of the games I'm playing in my notes so that if I get accused of a crime, there's not just loads of cryptic codes.
Hey, Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Okay.
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
They don't look related at all.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci
Enjoy
that
being
we
a
do stuff
phone
for
girl,
ATAC?
Kona.
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been under.
That just sounds lame.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Who should I agree with? Well, agree with Frank.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Has anybody called the police? Mobile phone. No pictures available. Who's in our phone? This one, Bess.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers. and
I'm
I
being a
just thought
phone
you
girl
should know that
too.
Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
Okay.
I just thought you might want to call the police or something.
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it doesn't ring for any of them. I remember it does in Alibi and Ashes because there's like a reward, like a trophy for it at the end, right? Maybe they just got sick of everybody calling 911 and included it at last.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
She is not stupid enough to jump off a train. How about I jump?
This door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea.
Well,
A square and a duck. It looks like this thing opens up. But how?
What have you got?
See you later.
You better.
I'm done with that.
okay.
I'm done with that.
That sounds very loud. The checking off just sounds way louder than the other dialogue.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
George, get over here. It's Nancy. It's about time you called.
What's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's been begging me to call you ever since she got here. Only because you've been driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brush stroke, she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Lori Gerard
They all
is
love the
wearing?
Hardy Boys. I have yet to see them do anything useful so far.
That's what Lori Gerard is wearing. So come
Except
on,
that one
Nancy.
hint they gave me
Your
in the
train
haunted
looks
carousel.
bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should.
I'm just gonna sit back in my chair
Your highlights in that
while they
color.
talk.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Beige. Nice. Okay.
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
Bess knows it. Yeah. Okay. That's
My
what we're
thoughts
going with.
exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room? Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape. It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning. Only it turns out she faked the whole thing. Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped. Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending
A lot of gossip
time
about
reading
this
the
Lori
tabloids.
Gerard.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
Okay.
Before she disappeared, Lori told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman
she
named
murdered?
Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
Okay,
My
let's
first
find
order of business is to find out what happened to
Lori.
Lori.
Yeah, they've got the
First
books.
Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lori vanishes. A pattern, maybe? Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy, okay?
They're too busy reading these 100-year-old books trying to find out where Lori could be. Surely the answer is in here.
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
Lori Gerard finds it a little
Is a bit
unnerving,
creepy.
too.
I don't blame her. Bess, for the 972nd time, there's no such thing as ghosts. I know that. I just have a small problem believing that.
I better go.
We'll be right here. Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
I am fully convinced ghosts don't exist. But if I saw a ghost and it was like proven to be real, I wouldn't be like unbelievably shocked. I'd be a little shocked, but I'd be like, okay. Flippy fins, freshly canned salmon. Mmm.
This must have been the sleeping car.
Can I sleep?
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Is that the dev saying please stop guessing on our puzzles because I refuse? A Tale of Two Dolls. Ill-tempered Edna could not get her way. She couldn't get Alice to come out and play. I can't, I'm too tired, is what Alice said. I just want to go straight back to bed. Edna angrily tried to make herself heard, but all that came out was one 2-part word. Why, I'm not your mother, yawning Alice replied, till Edna the Terrible finally gave up and cried. Okay. That's a puzzle if I've ever seen one. Oh no. Okay. Maybe that. None of these look right. Okay. Well, that's not right because those are darker green. So maybe this one is that. And then this one that. Okay. It's gotta be the top. Nice. Okay. Do we think these are the other way around? Oh, no, this is wrong. These ones. Yeah. No, must be...
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed,
Lead is
the
the
key.
key.
Or is it lead is the key?
Okay, well, we'll just keep that. Okay, let's keep going. This is so dangerous. You would not catch me hopping between cars. Oh yeah, he's the one with the
Hi, you're
ghost
that
show,
Nancy
right?
person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Laurie's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Laurie's whereabouts.
Oh, sure, let's blame the ghost.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Laurie?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. And that's my working theory, at least.
Okay.
That's a little
We're gonna be a
hard to
skeptic.
swallow.
It's all very
Nancy
scientific,
doesn't believe in
but
ghosts.
the fact is, Laurie's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my
And she
power
has
to
no
find her.
tact.
The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
Charlena Purcell thinks Laurie is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
Okay, what does that mean? So what? You host a ghost television show.
Is Laurie a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Come back anytime.
It is interesting to have a game where Nancy goes up against an actual police officer.
This looks like some sort of game. Nothing happens. I'll bet I have to wind it up first.
Well, go on then. Oh,
Shoot!
Man, this would be fun. I want one of these. I'm gonna become a this game streamer. I'm gonna get one and then you'll just have to see me play this for 2 hours a day.
I did it! Wonder what's in here.
Sheet music. Oh, they love a music puzzle. I actually liked the music puzzle in what was it called? Message in a Haunted Mansion though, so they have won me over slightly. I was not a fan previous to that game. Can I play it?
If I had some music, I could play a tune.
G E C D E F G.
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. You just about took out my eardrum.
Good.
You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, alright?
Okay.
The game said not yet.
The Little Book of Samplers.
Surely there is no greater joy for the 19th century woman, young or old, than to bring a piece of linen to life with needlepoint, requiring only needle, thread, care, and imagination. Yeah, I'm sure there was really nothing they would rather be doing. The word sampler comes from the Latin word exemplum, which means example, that which serves as a model. The best samplers not only allow their creators to recall what particular embroidery stitches look like when executed properly, but also demonstrate to the world their mastery of an important womanly skill. Indeed, many a gentleman's head has been turned, and many a marriage fortified by a well-crafted sampler. Well, they need to get a life. It is acceptable in these modern times for samplers to take many forms. One classic is the long and narrow band sampler, which features bands of flowery border designs as well as rows of numbers and the alphabet. Another classic is the spot sampler, a delightful display of randomly placed images or motifs. I'm going to bring back my Fallout scientist accent. I can't remember what it sounds like, but I'm going to watch the VODs. It was a really exaggerated accent. I can't remember what it was, so I'm going to bring it back. Most motifs are naturalistic objects that have specific meanings in the language of samplers. Here is a list of common motifs and their meanings. Okay, well, we're going to need them at some point. Nowadays, most samplers are colourful variations on the two classic styles and are largely decorative in nature. Houses, schools and churches take centre stage in some, in others, mottos, verses and important dates are featured. There is an alarming trend among some sampler makers to use only one stitch, the simple and rather plain cross-stitch. It behooves these women to remember that nothing catches the eye like variety, nor holds the heart like a multi-talented seamstress. It was something like that. Whoever wrote this book would have that accent.
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new, it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
That is a horrible picture, I must say.
I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts. I need something that will turn the bolts. Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers.
Awful Ursula.
It's locked.
You're locked.
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano. Thomasina O'Neill.
What is that, hair? Oh, it's making me feel uncomfortable.
Hey, Nancy, right?
Oh. I would rather snoop.
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
I don't know. Do you like what you do?
I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Yes,
Yeah, why
I
not?
sure did.
Just so he
Tough
won't
in
tell us.
case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
Oh my god, both of these options are amazing. I heard they stopped because you accidentally rear-ended them. I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place. Oh no. Which one? I don't know which one's more cutting. Plastic knife. Which one's worse?
I heard they stopped because you accidentally rear-ended them.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers.
You're right.
All
It's
of them
everybody
spread
else's
vicious
fault.
lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around.
Okay.
Here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Where do you think it came from?
We found
Probably
one
been lying
already.
there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
May I see it?
Sure, in fact, here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
I will not be doing that, but thank
Oh,
you.
Thank you.
What else can I do for you?
So,
Okay.
what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
So, you're gathering facts?
Of course. It may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But
Really?
hey, don't
In
worry.
that shirt?
I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The
With
truth
that
can't be rushed, you
neckline?
know.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe
Why?
bet she doesn't like
Why
me.
would he ever bring
Have
that
you talked
up?
to John Gray?
He's a
The
police
ghost
officer.
guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
Oh,
Hope I
God.
didn't take up too much of your time.
Anything for a fellow detective.
They put Nancy up against a detective and he's the worst. Oh, we're gonna need this, aren't we? They love a periodic table puzzle as well. Music and periodic tables, they love it. Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard. Camille, you were a weirdo, weren't you? Gemstones and how to identify them. Okay, gemstones include any number of crystalline rocks which, when cut and polished, can be used as jewellery. Their commercial value usually depends on how rare they are, although beauty is certainly a factor as well. Because gemstones are, more often than not, found by accident, it behooves miners, prospectors, and even farmers to be able to recognise them. For the earth holds many natural treasures, but only for those who know what to look for.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean?
Well, is that... Yeah, it's silver. I was like, it's either gold or silver. I can't quite remember. AU is gold, okay. Silver. Can we do that? No, probably not. Ooh. It's a ghost. Puzzle. I like the puzzles I'm doing so far. I wonder... I wonder if that's going to change. No, it can't be like that. It's gotta be... Okay, just got a couple to work out.
There, all done.
I don't know what that did, but I liked it.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Can I have it? No. Can I take it and sell it? So I never have to detect anything again? Oh, there's a piece of paper there.
Eliza Sandberger.
Received of Jake Hurley for the price of $3.73. One Kronmeister doll with the... Oh, Kronmeister went everywhere. Okay. With decorative red ribbon on this 16th day of June, 1880. Camille called this one Eliza Sandberger. Okay. She has a lot of dolls. I kind of remember the dolls being important. It's a bit creepy to have this many dolls, but then to give them all
an old scale,
like
strange.
Full names.
It seems to be built into the wall. It's locked.
Owl cherry.
Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
Oh, the numbers. Owl. Okay. Oh,
That square and that duck look very familiar.
I did it. That's how you open the grate in the thingamabob. I guess we'll have to find more of them. The engineering room. Okay, did that unlock then? Mine.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver, orange, blue, green. We can open that box. Smashing it. I was gonna say that looks like a full straw.
Whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon. Those are all
Peridot.
gemstones, I think.
Thirsty nose. Who's thirsty? Me. Okay. Could be upset something of a fellow doll. I accidentally knocked one Camille Cor's Naughty Tina off the shelf and literally I'm afraid fractured its tiny skull. Oh dear. Camille was pretty weird about her dolls. I don't like it.
I need a pickaxe.
Okay.
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders. But I have no idea which one goes where.
Maybe it'll let me go back and get that one in the room with Tino now.
Wonder what's supposed to go here. Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
No clue. Oh no. I feel like I tried everyone. Okay. Oh no, I hate puzzles like this when they're not even numbered. Okay, I'm gonna forget. Oh. No. There we go.
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find
That
me.
was a lot quicker
No
than I
offense.
remember.
Nadine?
Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing.
But where
for
do you
weeks.
go? Where would you possibly go? Okay.
Was anyone else in on the trick?
Just the engineer, and all he did was keep his mouth shut. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally.
What a
here we
life.
are, on
I
our
want
way to
track
find out
limits.
what happened to Jake
Track
Kirby.
permits. Someone give me track permits. Okay,
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this.
well, how quickly did I find her? In like
It's a
20
letter
minutes?
that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him, and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you
It
know
wasn't
this
particularly hard to
resource
find
didn't
it, though.
find
I
the
did, like,
mine
3
decades
things.
ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's
Find the
clues,
mine.
that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, If you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
Okay.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
Okay. Okay, Laurie. Although I am a fan of her beret. She pulled it off.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
What about Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his?
No.
You just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
No. There's nothing appealing about Tino Balducci.
How well do you know Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
He's working as hard as the Hardy Boys, as
back later.
Pogo said.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
I'm going.
Locked, naturally. Wonder how you open it. Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
Okay.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe? Okay, got my dancing shoes on. Now what?
I don't want to put some old shoes on. I changed my mind. Oh, let's read the letter.
3rd of November 1901 from
Okay,
Stanley, Colorado.
Nancy's gonna read it for me.
Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find.
Calico.
To Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name
You think
accordingly,
Laurie just
but
wants to
retrieve his
claim the
name, you'll
fame?
have to give the
Yeah.
dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name
of their maker.
and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her and heard her.
I think you were
and feel
both
her
a bit
presence on the train even today.
not all
20
there,
years
to be
after her
honest.
untimely death. So above all else, my
Sorry,
dear
Mr.
niece,
Hurley.
let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find her favourite step. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. Comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I've stored his name.
can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
Oh yeah, I remember. The one with the weird bolts on. I was like, I don't remember seeing that.
I wonder if this has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
I think so. Can I see? Is it like a word search, this one? We've got Calico. Oh, here we go. Silverado. I wonder how Nancy knew this was to do with the cities. It doesn't say anywhere. Central. Central City. Okay, I think I've got it. Dodge. Virginia City. Tombstone. Nvutspa.
Guess
Is
I'm
this-
done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
Is that what's got to go into that thing? This thing out here? Nvutspa?
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
And this? Literally, this game said no guessing. You will not be guessing. Oh my god, why is there so many weird contraptions people put in their things? First, Josiah's stairs. That's a map, that is.
Jake's mind must be somewhere on this map, but where?
We've done a lot. Let's check this off. Find Laurie. I mean, we did that.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
I mean,
done
I
that
haven't
yet.
opened it yet, but I know what to do.
I'm done with that. Can't check that off yet.
Go to the piano. I can go and open that now. I've got the thing. Connect the
Check.
pipes.
Finish that. Can't check that off
I haven't
yet.
got all the slugs. Okay.
Can't check that off yet. Check.
Okay, we need to update the Hardy Boys because we need to make it fair. They have no chance of solving this. they're just sat around reading.
Still have to do that.
No, that's the trouble. Nobody's willing to do weird puzzles anymore.
Finish that.
Nobody's willing to remember the names of some woman's dolls anymore. Let's do this. Hi, Kona. A neighbour caught me and started chatting. Oh no. Hopefully a good neighbour. I am terrible at just chatting, so... Oh. Okay, how do I turn it then? Orange... That's freezing. Poor Kona. Forced to socialise and be cold. Blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Okay. Well, we just took the whole thing off. Okay.
Carbide and acetylene works.
Oh, Nancy's not going to read this one for me, even though this font should be illegal. Hi, Puggo. Hi, Puggo and back. Okay. Dear Jake, I have sent you 2 lamps which you should receive by the end of the month. When you get them, simply place something carbide in the lovely chamber, water in the upper chamber, then use the built-in flint lighter to ignite the jet of gas which results. As you'll see, the carbide lamp is an exceedingly practical device, especially for people in your dark and dangerous line of work. What that you and I had invented it. In your last letter, you sounded quite despondent, old chum. I suppose this is understandable in view of your failure to strike it rich. He has a train. What do they mean, strike it rich? He has his own train. But I am living proof of how quickly misfortune can turn into good fortune. Little did I suspect 5 years ago that my attempt to produce aluminium would instead produce calcium carbide, and that calcium carbide, when placed in water, would release acetylene. I don't know. Yet suddenly I was the surprised but happy owner of the patent for an inexpensive way of manufacturing an extremely flammable gas. Just as I became wealthy when I sold the patent, I have no doubt that you too will someday be handsomely rewarded for your efforts. Continue to keep me appraised of your adventures, dear friend, and never ever give up. May the lamps I sent you soon light your way to the gold you seek. Thomas Wilson might be the name. He said something in his letter about is, I don't know, a person he likes or something. Thomas Wilson with 2 L's, is that?
Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this.
Maybe I should take a picture of this. Hurley's Whirly Burly. Hey babe, wanna do Hurley's Whirly Burly with me? Let's do it. Yeah, Kona, we found her already. It did not take long. It did indeed kidnap herself. Alright, let's put these shoes on.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Okay, things to do. Call Bess and George. Talk to the Hardy Boys, because they're just completely failing at solving this mystery. Let's do this dance. Okay, we're at the start. So first step is we put this there, then you go there. And then we go here. Then we go here. Oh no, I think I missed a... Oh no, I did. I didn't. Okay, 5 is to here. 6 is to here. Gosh, you have to really spread your legs to do this. Okay. 7. 8. 9. 10. Ah! Ah! Oh, it's one of the jewels.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
It's not for me. Why did it have to be the broken one looking at me? Oh my god, it's the one missing hair. Why did it have to be dolls? Okay, let's go and talk to the Hardy Boys and then we'll call Bess and George. They had to pick the creepiest thing she could be into. Oh yeah, we can also do that. Let's not get sidetracked. We need to tell the Hardy Boys what's going on. They're just still reading their books. Nobody knows that I found Laurie.
Better not mess with that puppy.
Why not? That was great. Worth it. Worth it. Yeah. That was funny. That was a good one. That goes up there with one of my favourite, like, end of game scenes.
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those two most wonderful of all three-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
I found Laurie. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Why does that feel not genuine? Also, I'm doing a creative writing course in my spare time. I know how you feel. I had to submit 2,500 words yesterday. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. I'm just doing it for fun, and I did not realise how absolutely soul-destroying writing something for somebody to mark would be.
Did you know that Laurie wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
No.
Have you discussed any of her ideas with her?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy,
let's see if she has anything.
Adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
Okay. How young? She was into dolls. He was 35. I don't like it.
Where was he from?
East Coast. Philadelphia, I think. His parents were British aristocrats. Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
Where did he meet Camille?
I don't know that. The circumstances surrounding her passing are a bit of a mystery, too. All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed
Feel
up
a
in
sneeze
Denver
coming
with
on.
a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
The others on the
Okay.
train, John Gray and that.
I mean, he
police
was rich
detective,
before that.
do you
Look
know
at his
them very
train.
well?
Let's
I
be
don't know
real.
them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
In other words, you don't think he deserves all the attention he's getting?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives. Is that all, dear?
Hey, they're actually in the FBI. They American Teens Against Crime is what they're part of the organisation.
I'll
They're
touch
part
bases
of.
with you later.
That would be nice.
Because they managed to make even being part of the FBI sound
Is this
really
Jake and his
lame.
wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the
My
windows
nose
at
is so
night,
itchy.
bobbing gracefully alongside the train, as if dancing with it.
Stop it,
He
nose.
said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
Yeah, well, he sounds like a bit of a weirdo, so.
Nancy, what's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep,
I did,
she's holed up in
ages
the
ago.
caboose, and as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting.
Yeah, get off the
Wanna
train.
help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're
No,
talking.
get off. This is my town now.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the desert. It's not like he'd be able to walk far. Gosh, my nose, please. There's a sneeze coming, but it won't come.
It would be nice to know his name.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Sure,
Good
sure.
idea, Frank. I'll ask her. I found a diagram for some kind of
Yeah,
contraption
Buell.
that Jake designed, but to operate it you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old
Oh my
picture
gosh,
we
they've
found.
done something useful.
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. See? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
See you later.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Okay. Oh, we need to call Bess and George. Is it gonna let me do it in here? Yeah, it is. I thought sometimes when you're in the room with the suspects, it's like that would be
Hello?
rude.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay. I need to know the dancing
The name of the
shoes.
company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read, but to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint
Legend.
Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint. Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall. Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes
False
with
alarm.
your cell phone, and we'll get right on it.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
Okay.
I get the definite feeling Lori Gerard has a thing for Tino
She's got bad
Balducci.
I
taste.
saw him on TV once. He is very cute.
Lori thinks he's
He
the
is
world's
not.
greatest detective.
And you don't?
Don't lie, Bess.
Let's just say I'm glad he doesn't work for our police department.
I think the only reason he's famous is because he looks good on camera. Well, I think you two are being way too hard on him. Just because he's good looking doesn't mean he can't also be smart. In fact, maybe Balducci tries to look incompetent on purpose. You know, to give the bad guys a false sense of security so it's easier to catch them. Ever think of that? No, Bess?
Occam's
Never
razor,
did.
Bess.
There you go.
I discovered this cabinet full of old dolls in the caboose.
Old dolls make my skin crawl. Whose were they?
They belonged to Jake's wife, Camille. Jake mentioned them in his letter to his niece.
They could have been Jake's, you know. I mean, they never had a child of their own, right? So maybe after Camille died, he went a little bonkers. Oh, Bess. Hey, I'm just trying to think outside the box here, okay? Something it wouldn't hurt you to do from time to time, little Miss No Imagination. You know, maybe I'll just put this paintbrush down, walk out that door, and let you do this all by yourself. No! You've got to keep painting. If I don't get this done by tomorrow, I'll be grounded for a month. I was just kidding about your imagination. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
Okay, we need to go take a picture of the shoes.
I better go.
Remember, when in doubt, call.
No.
More questions?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives.
Does
and
this train have
see what I can
Wi-Fi?
turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I will.
I should get going.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
Okay, let's go take a picture of the shoesies. Resist the urge to... Oh!
What's that?
Ghost! Ghost! So we have to go pretty much all the way from the back of the train to the front of the train.
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
It wasn't me, for once.
Question is, did somebody throw
I'm
the
gonna have to go all the way
or
back there.
something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like
Please.
Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
So it was you.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Charlena's like, I got a deadline. Okay.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I
How
think
did
we should at
anybody
least
do it?
consider the
Because
possibility
we'd
that
all bump
something
into
less
each other at
human in
this
nature
train.
may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
No, I'm gonna go and take a picture of the shoes, Nancy. Stop distracting me with things to do. I've also got to open that grate in Camille's cabin. I've got too much to do. I'm not talking to Tina. Also, I've put a points redemption for me to play the second to last game on Senior Detective. Which would be entertaining because Kona and I played that game last year. But I was really bad at it. And Kona's actually in that game. No. Yeah, I did it the other day, I think. Oh no. Why? I knew Pogo would have the points. I knew it! Okay, I guess when we get there, Sea of Darkness is on Senior Detective. Okay. I guess that at least, when we get back to The Witcher, that puts Puggo down in being able to make me play that on Nightmare. To stop Conas. Okay, I should have made that a 1 point. Did I make it a 1 point redemption? Kona, can you check if it's still available to be redeemed? I can't remember. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Kona. Thank you. Sea of Darkness it is. On Senior Detective. It doesn't give you a to-do list, and the puzzles are harder on Senior, so you don't get any of this help.
I'm done with that.
Okay.
Finish that. I'm done with that.
Who threw the emergency brake? It was me! And why? Because Puggo and Kona told me to do it.
Check.
Okay, let's go open the grate now. We'll go open the grate in Camille's cabin, and then we can ask John Grey at the same time. I'm min-maxing.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
The caboose. Okay. Oh no, they move each other. What do you move? You... Oh no, you were right anyway. You were fabulous. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Oh no. Laundry in 10 minutes. Wow, that's so quick. I love it.
More pipes to connect.
It's okay, I quite like the pipe puzzles when they're not timed. Oh no. They move each other. I don't like it anymore. I've changed my mind.
Here we go.
Oh, I like it again. I like it again. No idea if it'll be dry. Well, here's the test. Okay, is it still done? Okay. There was that one out here. The grate, but shh, we're sleeping. Yeah, okay, we don't know that. Let's call Bess and George, see if they've helped me out any.
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command, but hang on to your hat. The name is
Oh
a real
no.
mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyan. CHAUSSETTES. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateaubriand. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
Someone threw the emergency brake.
And it
almost
wasn't
took down
me.
the train.
Someone tried to sabotage the train?
We're not humouring Joe.
Well, it looks that way, although
It was
I
not
sure
a
don't know
ghost.
why.
Maybe someone wants Jake's gold all to himself. Or herself. That doesn't make sense, Bess. Nobody even knows where Jake's mine is yet. I know. Maybe the gold from his mine is already on the train somewhere. So, Jake stashes a pile of gold ore on his train. But so far, the only person who's managed to trip over it is the saboteur? I don't think so.
Oh, in 2 weeks' time as well. We're going to take a... I don't know, actually, the rate I'm going, we might have finished them all in 2 weeks' time. But it's like a 4-day weekend in the UK. I want to play a game that came out, I think, end of last year. It's called The Beds We Make or something. These Beds We Make. And you're a maid in a hotel being a snoopster. So it'll be a break from Nancy if we haven't finished them. I have seen the Hardy Boy games. I've tried to get them. It's like I could get it on disc and try and get it to work, but they're like kind of expensive to get. Madame Tussauds, they want their Frank and Joe Hardy wax figures back. Yeah, I can't. Who was it? Was it they got some? There's like 2, isn't there? And one's terrible. One's a hidden object game, but one of them's meant to be quite good. I do want to try and find them and get them to work, or at least that one that's meant to be good.
Catch you later.
We'll be right here.
Okay, what did the letter say about the company that made her shoes? The name of their maker. I'm not sure. Enjoy your lurk, Anya. I would actually love to play the Hardy Boy game.
Sadie Crawford.
Okay.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it. An eagle. Where else have I seen an eagle?
Oh, it's on the sampler. I want to look around this room more. I don't want to...
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
What's the tea?
Oh, come on. You heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look
The
into
gossip,
it.
yeah.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah,
You know
sip.
where to find us.
Finsip.
More questions?
I don't want to show anyone else the letter, but maybe I should.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those 2 friends of yours, Mr.
It was
Gray and
Frank
Mr.
and Joe
Lovett.
Hardy.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other 2 simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
I mean, that's why I pulled the emergency lever. But, I don't know. I don't think it was the Hardy Boys.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
She's very good at insulting people without it really being obvious. Okay,
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them
I was getting ready
included
to
his
write it
name.
down.
I failed. Sorry.
I don't believe
What
you.
were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank
Yeah.
and Joe Hardy who overheard
Actually,
you.
it wasn't
They
me.
said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that.
Nice,
A
Nancy.
storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received
Burb.
compensation for it. She's
Burb,
reading the
Kona.
book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
Oh, you stole one of her ideas.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had
Bit
no
tacky.
business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now legally she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
Okay. Not sure how it's related. But, yeah.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
What about his wife, Camille, dying on the train like that?
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
How do you think Jake's
I
engineer
don't like you,
wound up dead
Charlene.
on the train in the middle of nowhere?
My
And I
guess
don't
is
like
the
this
engineer
creepy
got tired
dead
of
body
waiting for
train.
Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way. After which, the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
I'll touch bases with you later.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
I bet you do. Okay. Maybe we need to talk to John Gray about the ghost we saw. He's completely just wrecked this beautiful room.
What's up?
Okay. Everybody
found
knows I
Lori
already
safe
found
and
Lori.
sound
That's
with
how
her
long it's
boots,
been since
so
I've
I guess
spoken to
those
him.
vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Me? I'm not in any trouble.
Trust me.
Me? I'm
Either you
Nancy
or Lori
Drew.
is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
No offense, but I don't believe you.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay.
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
You're not?
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resultant voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train's shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
Okay. He just came out with a normal answer.
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me. Old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep,
What?
that's Camille.
That?
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic
How can he
paper.
come up with a
Couldn't it
logical
just be a
explanation for what
flaw in
I
the
saw,
photographic
but for what
paper?
he saw?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust
Yeah,
me.
it's ghosts.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Take care.
I need more slugs. It's just dust, yeah, it's just my fingerprint. Oh, I need this. Mine. What's this?
J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
I want to play Leaping Lizard. What's this? I should remember this. This might be a hint for something later. Oh. Carson's something?
Carbide. Just what I need to make
Carbide.
that lamp I found work.
Okay. Oh. Have I taken some? Okay. Packing penis. Ooh.
That could be one of the gems I need. Maybe Tino will let me take a closer look.
Why do you need to ask Tino? He doesn't own this train. He's just sat here.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
He's the
found
worst.
Lori.
I hate
She was
him.
hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
It turns out that slug wasn't so worthless after all.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
Look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind,
Yeah, we
let me
hate
know, okay?
Tino
Just so I
Balducci.
can,
Yeah.
give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the
What is
handle.
that?
Looks
Oh,
like
is
some
that?
kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost
Yeah.
hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a
toast.
spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
Right, I'm just gonna go get some more water. Exactly, Puggo. We trust the Hardy Boys, who never seem to know what they're really doing, over Tino.
You're going to arrest him?
Hey, the train could have derailed. We're talking reckless endangerment, attempted assaults, maybe even attempted murder. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
She
Well,
seems to
she's
have
perfect
a
for
thing
you
for your
then.
eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
Your eyes are very brown. Okay.
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I
Ooh.
wanted something that could crack
Let's
this
hear it.
case
This'll be
wide
good.
open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail.
No.
Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something.
Okay, fair enough.
Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Anything for a
Well, I'm
fellow
gonna
you
guess he has no idea what's going on because this game is not called Tino Balducci and the Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I want to play. Yeah, how does that help me give the dolls an order? Rearrange them. Oh. Okay. Rearrange them to what? Oh, we'll do that.
Finish that. I'm done with that. Finish that. Check.
Okay, we have spyglass. No, we don't. We have lamp. No, we don't. Yeah. We have map and we have pickaxe. No, we don't. I'm making stuff up now. I don't know what we've got. Okay, we've got 3 of these. We can make the square then, probably. I just don't remember what the square is. Oh, 12. Oh, -4. Oh, it must be 4. Okay, we need to make... What was it? The duck. But we need another slug. Okay, so it was Chosette Chateaubriand. But I'm not getting that. I can't connect it. It's the order of the dolls. Maybe we should ask the Hardy Boys. Maybe they'll know. And then if not, we'll call Bess and George. Is it some kind of anagram? Oh, no, we're not doing that again. Because then people will just think I'm copying whoever else did it, so...
Hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, man.
Just like you
Wants to
two.
get lost.
I know your
Tino
game,
found one of
Hardy
John
Boys.
Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray threw the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks he did it to hype the Ghost Factor and make it sound like he was onto something big so the cable company won't cancel his show.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with
Frank
your
is
drift.
tired.
All right.
Frank is
See
exhausted.
you later.
You know where to find us.
Okay, I guess we can talk to John Gray about the thermometer. Yeah, I like Joe's Drift too. I'm not super fan of the ghost hunting, the ghost believing. But he means well, unlike everybody else.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture, and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume
He is
way
a
up and
himbo,
run the
yeah.
signal through a filter or two,
And Frank is exhausted babysitter.
hear that?
No.
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Are
Okay.
you by any chance
Whatever
using
you
a
say.
small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake.
Tino
room and
Balducci
used
tells you all
estimate
you
for
need to know,
fingerprints.
really, doesn't
and
it?
now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Have you been in this room the whole time you've been on the train?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was
Hydrate.
there? No.
Yes, Tino Balducci. Douchey.
Any truth to the rumor that your show's about to be canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last
Oh.
night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Thanks for
Thanks
the
for
chat.
the chat.
Take care.
Okay, I really want to play this music, so can you go away, please? Okay, I'm gonna call Bess and see what they have to say about the, I'm not sure about the shoes, the Chaussette Chateaubriand.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
If I told you that I needed a hint, what would you say?
I'd say it's about time. I'd say fire away.
When it comes to what I'm supposed to do with all those dolls, I'm absolutely without a clue.
Well, maybe if you knew the dolls' names, or the initials of their names, and maybe if you
Okay.
rearranged them so that their initials spelled another name, like a big, long French name, who knows what treasures you might discover.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
No biggie.
Okay,
Take
we
care.
gotta find
You
out
too. Bye.
all the dolls. Okay. Creepy, creepy dolls. Okay, there's one here. Awful Ursula. Is that her full name? A.U. It's got red pigtails, I guess. We can use as a descriptive. Ill-tempered Edna. That can't be. There's not an I in Chaussette Chateaubriand. Or Edna the Terrible. Terrible Edna. Edna the Terrible. Okay, Edna the. I'm just gonna write terrible and we can work out where it goes because that might fit. I guess she's bad tempered, so maybe one's gonna be crying or something. And Alice is another one, but we don't know her full name. Hello, Finny. You breaker inner. You busting in, Finny. Is she tired? Alice is tired. Same, Alice. There's some pictures of what's her face, Camille with her dolls. How I want to pick it up. There we go. With Hagar Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard. Hagar Anderson. Let's just shove this. Vinny's constantly opening the door. Hagar Anderson is he's the boy doll with some straps. Chantilly Hildegard, CH. So she's either start of one of the words. I don't know what she looks like. Normal. Pigtails.
Camille with Hagar Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
Oh, this was a note about another doll, wasn't it? Eliza Sandberger. Why? Why, Camille? 3 doll hairs. Red ribbon. And then there was a... Oh, no. I didn't mean to do that. There was a note in this drawer in here about one he broke. I think... No, not that one. Which drawer was it? This was the one with the fake one. This one. Is it Naughty Tina? Tina, okay. Bashed in skull. Camille burst in tears at the sight of Naughty Tina's face. She was way too attached to these dolls. It's for the best. Okay. Where's some more hints on dolls then? In here? Nothing else in here? We already did that.
Yes?
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
Let's just
How
make
did you
things
know
up.
that?
Nobody told told me that.
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why
Terrible.
we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw
I'm still
the
trying to work
emergency
this
brake?
out.
I know exactly who did it.
Is she tired, Alice, do you think?
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train but Camille. She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its
Laurie,
location
please, you aren't
secret.
helping your own
She is
image.
dead, you know.
Well, duh. That's why I know it's her. What's more, your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
I'll come back later.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Okay, we don't. Oh, we do have a CH. How many dolls are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we did see one with hair, missing hair. We can go and find that one. I've got the names of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I feel like if we get the names of most of them, we'll be alright. What's that? O'Neill. Someone O'Neill. Thomasina? Was it? I'm trying to work out where the heck that is. T-O. Bold. What's this?
Teddy Eberhardt.
Teddy Everhart. But we know nothing about Teddy. Okay, let's make sure I spelt this right. Chazette Chateaubriand. Oh, do you think like Edna the Terrible is like Edna the Terrible there? Chosette Toy on. Okay. And then, but then we've got Teddy Everhart as well. Teddy Everhart. But we've got 2 T's. But then an extra S on the end. Maybe it's Yawning Alice. Okay, we know who the AU is. It's Awful Ursula. Let's get it up so you guys can see my logic. We know AU is Awful Ursula. The ES at one of these words has got to be the ES with the red ribbon. NT. That's got to be Bastion Skull. ES at the end. So that's got to be red ribbon. NT. We've got that ES. It's the red ribbon. I think the YA, maybe it's Yawning Alice. Maybe. And then TO is the bold one. Maybe we don't know that. Maybe Pigtails is the first CH then. Maybe there's a different one. I think some of them have got to be 3 letters. Edna the Terrible, I think, is 3. Oh, but then we've got another ES. And it could be... We also don't have Teddy Etherheart, so I think that's wrong. Teddy. Whoever the heck is Teddy. Edna Terrible might be one. Crying, okay. And then maybe it's SC. It like, you know, SC and then HA. Yes. Boy. The boy HA in. With the straps, the dungarees. Yeah, hi Curisilibus. How's it going? I'm puzzling. I'm puzzling hard. So we're missing SS and SC. But maybe we could do it with just with those 2 missing. $1 AM but chilling on the Spitfire. Nice. Happy 1 AM. Happy Sunday. It's 25 to 6 for me. Okay. We need pigtails. Red hair. No, pigtails. Red pigtails is after. Just normal pigtails. Is it her, maybe? And then it's you. That's clearly tired, yawning Alice or whatever. SS. Oh, Nancy, why? You're one of the ones I don't know who you are. Okay. E.T. is the one that throws temper tantrums and cries. Oh, I did see this one. What's this one? About her eyes turning blue. That note. Okay. Everybody hold the phone. I've got most of them now. I really need to save as well. I've done so much. I can't find the phone. Hold it, Anya. I've got the answer. I remember seeing the note. Oh, wait, it's behind John Gray. Quickly, find it and then hold it. What's it called? I can't read it. Sickly, that's it. Sickly Sarah. That's SS. 1 blue eye. So SC must be that purple haired one. It's reset. The bar stools. Okay. SS 1 blue eye. Sickly Sarah, get in your place. Okay, then after Sickly Sarah is one that's through temper tantrums. No. Does that look like she's crying? Maybe it is her. Who? Oh, what's happened to you? Teddy. I couldn't find anything about that, so I think that's you. Teddy. SC. Not sure. Skip. Then it's the boy with the straps. The bald one. Alice, yawning Alice. Naughty Tina. Is the broken one. And then one with red ribbon. Oh, that's you. Genius. I just can't help it. I'm just so good at organising dolls. Okay, nothing else to see? We can do more of the slug puzzle now. We can probably open the grate in the engineering room, but I need to go and find out the numbers that I'm after. It's the square and the eagle that I need. So far I've just been doing this by blind luck. But I think we're past the point. I need to actually know what I'm doing. I've already got the square, I think. It was 4, yeah. We'll come back. Okay, we need to make 2 and 4. We did make 4, but I guess we've got to do it again. Okay, 4, and then we got to make 2. Oh, but with like that. No? Does it not count? How does that not count? Oh, is it got to like light up that? Ugh. Four's the square though. Oh, that's got 4 things on it. Okay. Okay, and then we've got to make. Oh, I put the eagle and not the duck. Oh, what was the duck? Oh no. Everybody panic. The duck was 1. Okay, 4, and then we need to make 1. But has it got to stay like that? Okay, we can take that one off. Can we take this one off and it still counts? Okay, we can. 1. Okay, but we haven't made. Oh no. Yeah. Yes. Okay. For
There. With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
I feel like that was a lot of trial and error. I had to get it the exact way they wanted me to. Oh no, stop trying to press the brake. I think Tino did it, and I don't want to copy Tino in any way.
James Thurston.
Agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week plus room and board in return for his services as the engineer of my train. Ooh. Everybody's useless except me.
Hey, how's it going?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do.
Yeah,
We'll
please
look
do
into it.
something. Yes.
See you soon.
You know where to find us.
I do. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Save. And we're gonna finish here because I'll be back tomorrow, and I feel like now's a good time to split it up. I kind of don't like starting new games midstream, so I want it to be like even ones again. So hopefully we can finish this tomorrow. I feel like I've done quite well with it. So we might be able to do it. You missed the ending. Well, we just did a puzzle. It's not over. It's not over till tomorrow, hopefully. You know, I hate Mid, Joe and Frank. Yes, they do look quite good, but the movement really puts me off. And I like their presence in general makes that game bearable. Even though some of that I didn't like that bit in the cemetery where you have to try and find where the EMF reader goes. But yeah, they definitely improve the game, and they improve Kapu Cave as well. Unless you're being social, Kona, we'll check you out. We're gonna raid Chimkin. Chimkin's streaming. I love it when somebody I follow is streaming. It makes it so much easier. See you then. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.